Hello, everyone, and welcome to TFYLP, episode number 323, recorded March the 16th. You got it right this time. March the 16th, 2019. I am your host, Ron Land, aka Weird Wolf. Along with me this evening is Christian Russell.
Hello.
Headmaster Don.
Hey, everybody.
And joining us here momentarily, Rick's running a little bit late, but Rick Alvarez will be joining us. And hopefully a little bit later in the show, Lucas Bockelman will be joining us from TFCon. He is currently, I believe, in the third-party panel at the show. So hopefully as soon as that is over, he will be able to join us via mobile. I asked him to join us just momentarily and give us his thoughts on the show, if at all possible, thus far. If you haven't already, check out the tftalk.net Facebook page or the tftalk.net website. You can see some great images that Lucas has been sharing from the TFCon floor, some prototypes, some test shots and everything that's being shown at TFCon. Lots of great stuff already seen. I think I've been sold on the Mastermind Creations Ismenios, the Deathsaurus with the upgrade kit. I kind of want it now. So yeah. And of course we've seen the God Bomber armor for Fans Hobbies, their power baser. I'm kind of with you on that one, Christian. I'm lukewarm on it. Real quick, what do you guys think so far of the pictures that you've seen?
I actually haven't seen anything except the exclusives that were at TFCon. I haven't actually had a chance. I just came in for work a little while ago and have not had a chance to check all the pictures yet. So, unfortunately,
I want Minerva to be better, and she's not, and that makes me very sad.
Oh, I was wanting to look at that. I was hoping to look at that after the show.
Looks better than the blurry picture released yesterday, but still not great.
Yeah,
Fans Hobby, I expected more.
I'm screen sharing some stuff right now that Lucas shared earlier today. Again, if you want to check these images out, go to tftalk.net or go to our Facebook page for tftalk.net, and you'll be able to see them. The Minerva, I like it. I dig it.
Oh, well, good for you. I'm glad you like it.
I hate to break in here, but we have some sad news to report coming from the Twitter of J. Michael Straczynski. As we all know, was behind the great series Babylon 5. Larry DiTilio has passed away. Apparently, according to the tweet, and I'm doing a little research here on the side, he passed away. It doesn't tell me when he just passed away, either today or recently. And as we all know, Larry I believe he worked on Babylon 5, if my memory is correct. He also, he was executive story editor for Babylon 5. Also, of course, for us, he was best known for working on Beast Wars. Also, the updated 2002 or the 2000X He-Man and the Masters of the Universe series as well. So, again, sorry to break in with this sad news, but we have lost Larry DiTilio. And so please keep him, his family, and friends in your mind.
Absolutely. It kind of rains a shadow on this weekend, but
yeah. So I hated to be the bearer of bad news, but I think there's so many of our viewers. Beast Wars is just
Larry DiTilio. Or, I'm sorry, Sir Paladin on our YouTube channel. I kind of beat you to the punch there. So
actually, I was going to thank Paladin because it was his tweet that I saw that, and I just hadn't got to that point yet. So thank you, Paladin, for putting that out there, so I would know. So again, thank you to Paladin for that information.
So while I'm sharing the video out, right now, you guys want to talk about your Ouch My Wallet? Rick is now home, and he will be joining us momentarily. Who wants to go first? Don, Christian?
Christian can go first. I need to finish up some stuff here real
He's
quick.
like, oh crap, what did I get?
I didn't super ouch my wallet. I guess I ouched my wallet comparatively. But I got the secret Hasbro Australia, maybe an exclusive, maybe not come to the US at all, BotBots packs. Surprise.
Sweet.
They were way more expensive than normal BotBots, and I only got them because I'm crazy. So I bought 4 or 5 packs, so 20 BotBots. 10 of them were unique. I'm selling 10 doubles. Well, 5 doubles because Duran bought a couple before the show. Thanks, Duran. So if you need...
Well, actually, they're from my girlfriend, so...
Okay. You don't need to qualify that. I collect them. They're amazing. You can buy the stand mixer.
She's the collector of those. So.
You can buy the new green chainsaw. This is McMuzz saw. Sorry, stand mixer is splatter batter. And if you want a rolling pin, you can buy flat flower face.
Rolling pin. They get so
cool thing about the rolling pin. Check it. So this is going to look interesting, but
does it have scratch and sniff on it?
It doesn't have scratch and sniff, but it does have color change. So this splotch right here, that's brown. I'm going to rub it. Yeah. And it is now white, like flour.
Wow.
Yep. So that's the gimmick of this line, this particular bit of BotBots. They're color changers. Pretty neat stuff. That's why I ouched my wallet on. I ouched my wallet on BotBots because I'm a crazy person.
You be crazy, though.
And it's all right. I love them. They're the most pure thing Transformers has ever done. Can't get enough.
I don't know why, but momentarily I was actually broadcasting us twice there.
Cool.
So, Don.
That's what the world needs: doubles of us.
Yes. The world needs more Massey. Doesn't need any more of me, but it needs more Massey. Okay, I have been a busy little beaver, unfortunately, putting that tax refund to good use, bad use, I guess you could say.
He's been a busy beaver.
Huh? I don't. Whatever. That's
the appropriate response to that.
Yeah. Last week I stopped by Acme Comics in Greensboro, North Carolina. My friend Jermaine runs the place. He's Lord Retail on Twitter. They were having a big sale commemorating the launch of Captain Marvel in theaters. All their female statues were half off. So I picked up 2 of the ones I had my eyes on. Bruce Timm's Supergirl statue, who I think is one of the best representations of the character. So I picked up her. And the one I had been keeping my eyes on the most is one of my favorite duos from Marvel, who are only just now getting recognized, I think, for how they are, Cloak and Dagger. And I was real proud. And these were half off, so I got both for $45 because of the sale. So it was basically BOGOs what it worked out to be. So thanks to Jermaine and the guys at Acme Comics in Greensboro for everything. Also, while I was in Greensboro, I stopped by Ed McKay's, which is a used collectible toy, movies, music, games, puzzles, electronics, just a huge local well-known place. Energon Tidal Wave, loose and complete, except for the missiles, with Ramjet, $10. $10 for and a couple of weeks ago, I picked up a loose and complete Tiger Hawk with his missiles for the same price. So I was real happy with that.
That's wild.
Yeah, I also picked up a couple of stuff from the stores. Stuff I wasn't planning on getting, but I saw them. It's like, ooh, new stuff. And around here,
I feel that
anything new is a surprise. So I picked up Bumblebee Movie Optimus because
Cool.
again, it was new, and it's like, oh, look, it's Optimus, and Rampage. Look, it's Optimus. So I've got Optimus.
What? Rampage is dope.
Rampage is one of seven Constructicons that I don't really want, so I'm saving a lot of money. And
how big is that Devastator supposed to be? Whenever it's
Huge.
Huge. It's cool. I mean, if you like movie Devastator, and you want to hunt for the pieces,
will he be the first Titan class movie
retail, possibly. Well, Paladin brought up this point a couple of weeks ago when I was talking to him, and he said that, do you really want to hunt over 3 price points and how many waves to complete this thing? And I'm thinking, gee, that sounds like DC Universe Classics. I've already done that once. I'm not doing that again. So I'm not.
Y'all are crazy. It's going to be amazing.
I also picked up, apparently it's prime time, because I picked up, what was that all about? What was that all about?
Massey intervention.
Yeah, just apparently so. I picked up Optimus 32, which is the one that's supposed to combine with...
That's the one with the short stacks, isn't it?
Jetfire.
Wasn't
planning on getting Jetfire, but since I saved so much money on the statues, it's like I basically got one of the statues for free. I have a little extra money that I brought with me. I see the only Jetfire that I've seen so far. It may be the only one to see for a while, so I figured, why not? So
if I can plug my own show for a second here, we are reviewing Jetfire on Tuesday night.
Awesome. I'm not sure if I'm going to combine them or not, because the pictures of... Why are you eating my shoe?
Pictures of why are you eating my shoe, huh?
Why are you... My shoe is not pasty.
Greetings.
The answer is cat. The answer is always cat. Hello, Rick.
Hey, here I am broadcasting from vault that's 1/4 of the way finished.
Newly painted.
Vault.
Newly painted.
Yes, in fact, look at these floors. Woo!
Orange floors.
Woo!
Partially
it's
orange.
Crazy.
Are they orange? Are they 80s roses earth tone brown? I can't quite tell. It looks like the floor of the roses.
They match the original Pantone colors of the G1 animation art.
Okay.
Right on.
And Nightwing, no, cats are not evil.
Squash.
Awesome.
Nah, the walls are eggshell, but I went with a wet look for satin with the floors.
Did someone say cats are evil?
See,
cats are not evil.
I can see Rick now, the star of a new internet series, This Old Man Cave.
This old man cave.
Well, you do have the Bob Vila power beard going on there.
He does.
So.
He does have the Bob Vila beard.
And for you younger folks, you can use Google and look up Bob Vila. You'll.
Hi, I'm Bob Vila.
No, I'm Bob Vila.
That's how he'd always start the show. Hi, I'm Bob Vila.
I don't know. I have no idea. So yeah, that's everything I got. I did transform Magic Square Optimus.
Oh yeah.
Not as much of a nightmare as I made it out to be the other night.
No, just
it's funny because right after we went off the air, I noticed what my error was, and I couldn't see it because where I was reaching over the camera, but I had his elbow joint just a little bit out of whack. I got it straightened up, and it slid right on.
It's a rookie move, man. It's a rookie move.
You know, I don't have anything to contribute to ouch my wallet, but you know, I do have something over here I could show you, which is kind of cool.
Okay.
yeah.
Rick, are you trying to do headset?
Rick has so much stuff he could be ouching his wallet for the rest of it, and it still be
his wallet said ouch. Oh my god!
Get that thing! You get that thing out of my damn face! You
But Don, it's your best friend.
Don, you will probably be signing that one day.
No, because then it wouldn't be meant.
No, if by signing you mean setting on fire, that is my Kronos. If Diecast can set Kronos on fire in the backyard in a barbecue grill, I will annihilate.
No, Don. This is all a front. Remember that guy in the late '90s who tried to get every piece of the production run of G1 Dreadwind? That's you and Cheetor. You're trying to get every single one
If
that was ever made.
Mean explode, possibly.
Nah.
So I see a segment that we can air here on TFYLP. We need to get a Supreme Class Cheetor, send it to Dawn.
I have
no,
one.
wait, no. Send it to you. That way you can live on the podcast go outside and set it on fire.
No. Well, see, I live in apartments, and we really can't have open flames within a certain distance. And the road is
Put it
like
in a grill.
right.
And say,
You're going to let apartment rules govern your hatred?
put it
Yeah,
in
what
a
happened
grill.
to you?
No, I am going to modify them by borrowing a friend's sledgehammer.
No,
And I will take all my years of pent-up
You
frustration
don't have any
Okay.
Crushing
of
fire. Crushing
Dawn.
fire.
Dawn. If
I mean,
anybody
just saying,
says
man.
any,
okay, I'll set the sledgehammer on fire.
Dawn, if
It-
anybody says
Interesting
anything,
concept.
if anybody says anything, just say you're making Chinese food.
God.
Again,
That was so dumb.
I feel like we have to go
Okay,
back to
now
Mr.
just to
Rod
let everybody
because
know, we are looking
my
for
wife is Asian.
we are looking for a new host of TFYLP. Duron has gone insane apparently, and we need to send him upstate
I went
upstate
insane
New
a
York.
long time ago.
Yeah, upstate New York, a home for retired podcasters. So send your resumes to Rick, care of TFYLP, and why you want to be a crazy podcaster too.
I wasn't listening. What was that, Don? So a lot of cool third-party stuff from TFCon this weekend.
Yes.
I haven't had a chance to look at any of it.
I didn't
have
get
not
to
had
do
a
mine
Looking
chance.
at the
my
slides now, a lot of cool things. Finally getting some original 2000 car robots RID love from the third-party guys.
Are we?
Really?
Yeah, looks like they're starting off with a bang with Optimus.
Who
What
is?
should I say? Fire Convoy.
Oh, okay. Rick, I may not
You're
beat you
giving
to
Dawn
death.
a
That,
boner.
okay, I may not beat you to death, Rick, with that Cheetor if you explain to me what you're talking about.
Looks like the third-party company.
Who?
Banana Force.
Dope. Dope
Who?
name.
It doesn't look like it transforms, but it looks like it's a highly articulated metal figure.
So it's Flame Toys kind of thing.
Yeah, it's a lot like Flame Toys, and it does have the armor that connects to it to go from regular Convoy to Super Fire Convoy. And then they are teasing the Super Magna Fire Magnum Ultra Convoy.
Godfire Convoy.
But it doesn't look like it transforms. It just looks like it's a highly articulated action figure.
I'll be honest, if, you know, well, it's like, you know, we've all talked about, like, Bobby Skullface. When he's done reviews on, like, the Flame Toys, like the Drift, of how the figure was so articulated and so well done, he didn't mind the transformation not being there because it captured the essence. Now, I'm paraphrasing here, so Bobby, if I'm wrong, let me know. I apologize. I'm old and things don't work all right up here all the time. Yes, I know I'm old. Thank you for voicing your opinion.
Yeah, that cat meowed at just the perfect time.
It's Massey. He knows me. But if it doesn't transform, but it captures the spirit of Fire Convoy, that's fine.
Oh! Oh! Oh!
Rick, why are you dying? And also, why do you sound like you're on a transistor radio from 1955?
I'm sorry, but whatever Don said is now unimportant because finally, a third-party company is handling Raiden.
What?
No.
It's like Zeta Toys.
No
Yes!
Oh
That's
my
who needs
God.
to do it.
way.
Oh, it
No
looks
way.
glorious.
No, where are you seeing these pictures?
Okay.
On TFW 2005.
All right, I'm going to have to find this.
Oh,
Hey, Rick, can you check your headset?
yeah, I got it.
All right. Check your Skype settings. Make sure you're...
Yeah.
What do you need me to do?
Oh no,
That's much better.
That is.
That was perfect. Thank you.
Just eat the mic, huh?
You were sounding like you're on a transistor radio from 1955.
Shh, over.
Yep,
No,
exactly.
no, he was on that old the Autobot symbol AM FM radio they made back in the day with the headphones.
I was on dial
I have that.
actually.
Oh, well, that explains it. I can't believe Zeta's doing Raiden. Zeta's the perfect company to do Raiden.
Oh,
so
man.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. Now, Christian, I will say one thing. Their Bruticus did not impress me. I did not like their Bruticus. The visuals. The
I
visuals.
just bought most of Superion. He's on the way from
man.
surgery
Oh, no,
now.
Well, we talked about this before. Their Superion looks fabulous, but it's Superion, so it's also boring as hell. But it's very well done and it looks great. It's just Superion's color layout. His color layout is very even. It's very uniform. It's very balanced. It's also kind of boring compared to some other people.
Woo! Oh man, Fans Toys killing it.
What are they doing now?
You know how we've talked about on this show how Masterpiece is just now segueing towards being derived entirely from the G1 animation.
Oh, no.
Moonwalker.
Oh man, they've got some killer stuff. They got Brawn, they got Beachcomber, they got Warpath, but the big one here is G1 accurate Astro Train in all 3 modes.
What?
And then it comes with a train track.
There it is.
It comes with train tracks, and the train tracks actually becomes a display stand for it to be displayed in shuttle mode as well.
Wow. That sounds cool.
Ooh, and it's
I can't look right now. I gotta look at.
It's got
I'm screen sharing it right now, so
it's got alternate settings, so you can do like G1 animation versus G1 toy.
yeah.
Oh man!
Wow.
So is it white or is it?
It's just
purple?
grayscale model right now.
Okay.
Grayscale. Yeah.
Well, bet they'll do both.
They have it standing next to Fans Toys Sovereign, and the top of Astro Train's head comes to about the brow line on Galvatron's face.
It's the perfect size.
Yeah.
That sounds right.
Yeah. And then Planet X, man, killing it with the Ironhide.
I saw the painted pictures of that today. That thing looked awesome.
Man, Planet X, MMC, I gotta give it to them, man. They're my favorite.
That
so
Planet
far.
X Minios with a G1 upgrade set, I gotta have that.
Okay.
Planet X Star Saber. That thing looked good today too.
So Don, here's another one for you.
Well, one thing real quick, Rick. New Age is doing basically alternator shockwave. That's
Yes.
weirdly
New alternators.
Hashtag
basically
random.
yeah. It's basically car mode shockwave from their jazz.
Yeah. So they're doing a
New
jazz.
Age is legend stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a valid repaint. It's a valid repaint.
So here's
And
Fans
so
Hobby.
Don, what's your feeling? Fans Hobby doing Athena, aka Minerva. I don't know if I'm feeling this one, man.
I am.
This is kind of a misfire.
Well, okay.
It does not look good to me.
No, Misfire's a Target Master Rick.
Yeah.
And she's
Okay.
tiny
Actually,
compared to
like I said, I'm going.
NP
I have-
Armada Prime incoming.
From
Fans Hobby.
really
What?
good for them.
It's
I'll probably
bigger
get
than
that
their
one.
Power Master Optimus.
So it does do the combining thing.
It has the cab, and then it comes as the Super Convoy, and it looks like it's hinting that there's going to be a Jetfire to make the Super Pants.
Does it come with the spark
Oh,
plug?
there is a. Not only is there going to be a Jetfire, there's also going to be an Overlord.
Load.
Overload. Yeah.
Yeah, the
Overload.
repaint.
Cool. Well, I'll definitely be getting that. That sounds awesome. Does Optimus come with spark plug? AKA the
It doesn't show. It doesn't show.
I hope he does.
But if it doesn't, I'm sure that'll be something that someone else will offer, if not them later on.
Cool. That sounds awesome. I'll definitely buy that.
But now to answer your
That sounds
question,
great.
Rick, I haven't seen any of the new photos that you're referring to. All I have seen from Minerva is the teaser pictures that they showed before TFCon. So I'm going through the slides now as y'all are talking, and I have not had a chance to see them yet.
Masterpiece Star Convoy from Stellaris Prominion. Ocular Max. Oh, that's his name. Stellaris Prominion from Ocular Max.
You guys are adding an extra I in there, man. It says Promenon.
Really?
Yeah.
Well,
I don't know. That's a very funky font, man. Oh. That is a funky font. Oh, and it's got treads. It looks like it might have moving treads. Whew.
Pass, probably.
What a time to be alive.
Ouch, my wallet.
Well, I think
exactly.
I think the worries that we expressed last time over the somewhat lackluster TFCon reveals have been pretty much negated. And oh my gosh, here's the Raiden pictures.
Yes.
Oh, okay. I'm in on that. I'm in on that.
All right. Lucas looks like he's going to try to hop on here, so he is at TFCon.
Man, I'm so happy that the third-party companies are giving us something new.
Yes,
and not another Predaking. Yes, there was another Predaking announced at the show, but
not everyone needs to be
mention it. It does nothing for me at this point. So I have 4.
Night Sword is saying boo to Fans Hobby for making the Armada MP scale and not instead of making Generation scale.
Okay.
But we know Takara's doing that. Yep. Takara's doing Generation scale, so
they've already shown Armada Convoy.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Let me.
Yeah, I will say the Fans Toys drag strip looks really nice.
So what's the scale on those?
I think it's a masterpiece.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm already into the
That's a misnomer. Exactly. The X-Transbots ones are a different scale than the Fans Toys ones. The Fans Toys ones are as big as real MP Seekers.
Yeah.
Can you hear us?
That's too big to me.
I don't know.
Yeah, I'm trying
it's all about the combine mode, though.
Trying to get my speakers to work here. Hold on.
For Minosaurs, I'm okay with him being smaller since he's cars, not jets. That's just me.
But well, you're talking to the playset guy. I love big toys, so
that's a fair point.
So if you want that's why I had to get that giant Optimus Prime, that giant 4-foot tall Optimus.
The rescue there.
Rick, is that Minerva the Fans Toys one?
Fans Hobby.
Okay. Well, then who is this Who's this FT31E? There's no robot mode and there's no name with it.
What's 31?
I don't know what I'm not looking at.
Lucas, you were there. What's FT31E?
Oh God, you're putting me on the spot.
We are putting you on the spot because you're there.
Right. Isn't the FT31E? Well, they have their combiners. Is that what you're talking about?
I mean, it's in with the. It's in with the Stunticons. Okay, I see it now.
Yeah, that's just one of the Stunticons.
Okay, yeah, one of the slides didn't load. It just loaded for me. My hamsters must be tired.
All right, Lucas, how's TFCon?
It's been fantastic. Yeah, I don't know. It's a TFCon. Third party panel disappointed me again. So that's kind of a trend.
What?
We've been saying you're gushing over crap. Yeah.
See, maybe it's just because I'm here.
There's a Zeta Raiden. There's Fans Hobby Armada Optimus. How are you disappointed?
How was the reaction to the crowd whenever they unveiled the Raiden?
Honestly, the crowd's just not the. Well, okay, the crowd was large, but they weren't as excited, I guess, as some of the other ones, is the ones in Chicago.
Do you think
if that makes sense?
People were not fainting in the aisles?
I mean, it was the
California, man.
Yeah.
California.
I don't know. the panel room is really definitely full, but yeah, like I don't think people were like gushing the same as they did. I will say the biggest one I feel like is that Fans Toys Astro Train was the biggest one, but I think that most people like the Zeta ones. Like I think that there was more of a reaction to Predaking than there was to Raiden.
Really?
Oh my god,
dude! Why do we need another Predaking?
Raiden is the best combiner. Like,
right.
They are the first ones to tackle this character. It's going to sell like gangbusters.
But I feel like the way they did the slides, you almost couldn't tell what it was. Like, I mean, you could, but they didn't show off the train form. Like, they only showed the foot.
Yeah, we're looking at the slides right now. We see the train mode.
Oh, did they show it off?
Yeah, we see the front and the back of the train. We see the front and back of the foot, and the front and the back of the robot.
And that's just for the first one, yeah.
Yeah, just for the first. I don't know. I forget his name.
Yeah, for the first.
If I could see it, I could tell you, but I can't see it. What color is it?
It's a gray model.
Gray.
Is it a square train or is it a bullet?
Yeah, it's a square one. It's his right.
That's I think that's Getsui.
Yeah, that one. I'm gonna call him Ping.
So one thing I would say about the third-party slides in general is I kind of wish that they would take out the stuff like that's already out and or just releasing now. Just because like I almost feel like more disappointed like when I'm seeing all that stuff, and then they kind of like just rush through the like oh we have a Raiden, all right, we need to get to the next slide. It's like, no, like can we spend a little more time on the stuff that you guys are actually announcing?
They probably couldn't because they had a finite amount of time and so much product to probably show.
But plus these are going to be online 2 seconds after.
Right.
But I mean, getting rid of the stuff that's literally already out and in online stores that you can buy, I don't think anybody would miss that.
Nope.
Yeah, but that's kind of like tradition of any panel at this point. It's kind of like that's in everyone's panel. Mattel, Hasbro.
So overall thoughts so far, Lucas? What of the show? I mean, the dealer floor. What's
how are the guests set up?
I think that the dealer floor. It seems like there's fewer smaller dealers here than what there are like in Chicago or DC. The major guys are all here, Chosen Prime and the Toy Dojo and all that type of thing. And it looked like that they picked up like Toy Arena and a couple
Toy
others.
Arena's LA based anyway, I think.
Yeah.
So, but I don't think that the dealer room from that standpoint is like quite as big, and they kind of filled it in with a couple other, non-Transformers things. But I do think that they have a lot more room for the guests than they had to. So they had like most of the artists and voice actors and all that, like kind of lining the outside of like the back. Both back corners.
Kind of like they did in Chicago.
Yep. And then they threw all the riders outside, like they're kind of like off on their own. And then at the very, very end on there or whatever, they one of the I think this one toy reviewer set himself up kind of at the very end. But so anyway.
So who seems to be the most popular guest?
I think Dan Gilvezane was by far the most popular one. I felt like his line has just been consistently busy, and so I'm sure it's probably because of the Bumblebee movie. But it seemed like that he's had a lot more people, but I think like all of them have been consistently, people coming up, but his had a pretty big line.
So let me ask you this. Are they charging different prices for autographs, or is it a set price for, like, everyone charges the same amount, or?
It looks to me like that they could just charge whatever they wanted. So some of the guys were charging like $50 for their autograph. Others were charging, 30. I think John Bailey, I think his was 20. But it definitely, it seems like that their autographs are a little more expensive than what they had been in the past.
It sounds like it. Usually, I think TFCon Chicago was $20 all around for voice actors. It might have been 25.
I think Ian Corlett was a bit more expensive. I was in that line.
But I know this time, I think like Michael Bell and some of those guys were, I can't remember how much they were, but they're a little more expensive.
So was there a big panel for all the G1 people, or is that tomorrow?
They've had multiple panels throughout the day. So it started at like 10. So they went from 10 o'clock to 2 o'clock, and it was just kind of panel after panel after panel and they threw like pretty much all of them. There'd be like 5 of them on a panel at once. So, I mean, I think from the actual panel standpoint, like I would have liked to have seen them kind of split them up a little bit more and not have
I wonder,
5-person panels.
Are they planning like a mega panel, like with all of them there?
That's what I was trying to get at.
I don't think that they were.
That would be such a missed opportunity, you know?
Yeah, but at the same time, it you have too many people on the stage. It kind of...
Well, but you have the opportunity to have like a little mini script reading, with that much of the G1 cast. I mean, it just seems like, I don't know.
Maybe
it's just my fanboyism going on,
No script readings ever. Down with script readings. Please, no more.
Fine,
we can stop. It's okay.
Some people like that, Christian.
Yeah.
And some people are wrong.
Wow.
Christian is wrong. He's just wrong.
So, Lucas, any final thoughts on TFCon on the first full day? Did you notice like what was excelling the most as far as exclusives go? What was the traffic flow?
Well, I believe all of the exclusives are still available. So if anyone's looking,
it looks like Ceasefire sold out, which is the G2 version of Inferno, which came in the triangle blister.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like that one sold out. That was $130.
That's a great mold too.
Ceasefire, the reason it sold out is that it was a very limited run. I think that they only did like 75 of them. And so that's why. So the other ones I think had like 300 was the number that they quoted me.
Yeah, I really would like to have one of those screamers, but I'm sitting here thinking, I'm like, one, I've spent too much money in the last couple of weeks, and then two, I don't know where I would put it. I really don't. I'm sitting here gushing over the Zeta Toys Raiden, wanting that so bad. I'm like, I don't even know where I'm going to put the Superior on when I finish it.
So I actually got that the Screamer, and it's so huge. I don't know if I can like.
That's what she said.
Even.
Do you want to sell it to me then?
I don't know. I really want it, and so that's why I got it.
No, you don't. You want to sell it to me and be cool.
How much are those running, Luke?
$145.
$145.
I think it's a pretty good price.
Absolutely. I think what you get with it, it's great. The problem is that it's too big for my carry-on luggage, and so I don't know what I'm gonna do to get this package.
Ship it back to yourself. It's what a lot of people do.
Here's what you do: you drop it off with my buddy Tony Prado. He's in the dealer room tempting toys, and then I'll just PayPal you the money, and he'll ship it to me.
So I will, if you don't mind, I'm gonna do a quick ouch my wallet because I spent way too much money. Bryce Rutledge and who's the other guy working on the book?
Sebastian.
Sebastian, yes. So Sebastian was selling off a bunch of his G2 stuff, and so I went ahead and took him up on the offer. So one of my grails has been to get an orange Devi, and so I got a complete one from him.
How much?
It was a couple hundred.
Randall Warebean says, Lucas, he says, you don't need shirts.
You don't need to eat, man.
I know, right? Yeah.
You can survive off your body fat and water for at least 2 weeks.
Yeah, I think when I get home, I'm gonna have to do like a ramen diet here for a while. But I also got the full run of the Sparkbots, the European G2 Sparkbots, and then I got the cars with the
accelerators.
The accelerators with the pink windows.
Oh, very cool.
Yeah, and then I got myself a teal Grimlock.
Ooh.
Whoa, that's cool.
So, yeah. So I couldn't resist when normally I go to these things and they don't have stuff like that. But it actually seemed like this show had a lot of G2, and maybe it's just because of the exclusives that a lot of people, thought to bring that. But yeah, so I'm excited for that.
Excellent. Well, it sounds like you definitely got some good stuff there.
Hey, Lucas, can you show off the best looking one of the bunch?
Oh, Don, are you referring to the Make Toys?
Yes.
Cross Dimension Delta Manus?
Yeah, because that's mine.
Yeah,
and it's in a pretty box too.
Oh man, this is. I tell you what, Get Right Robot was the one that helped design the box, and he just did a phenomenal job.
I mean, that's a gorgeous box. I love the G2 look. I still want the jazz they did, but I mainly just want it for the way it looks in the packaging, not the actual Downbeat figure, because I already have Downbeat and Ricochet, so I don't need a third one of that mold. But it looks so good in the packaging.
Yeah, no, they did a great job on all of that. So
are there many exclusives left, or do you know?
I don't think that they've sold out of all of them. So I don't know if because we still got another day, and it seems like a lot of times they end up selling out the second day. So we'll see. I don't know how many they actually have, how many they have left.
So,
but I know they still have them right now.
Okay. So, what are your overall personal thoughts on the show? I mean, just in general.
I think the space is really nice. With the convention center that they had, it seems like it's been pretty well, run and organized. This time, it seems like the crowd is really good. There's a lot of new people that I was talking to that had never been to this, but they're like, "Oh, it's down the street from me," kind of.
That's why I'm glad that the West Coast actually got a TFCon finally. Is so it gives a lot of people out that way a chance to get to go to a TFCon that ordinarily wouldn't have got to come to one this far east. So.
Wow,
absolutely.
I'm just looking at some of the pictures of items that are available in the dealer room, and that oversized G2 Bruticus. I'm sure a few of you are familiar with it. It's like 7 times the size of the original G1 Bruticus. Looks like somebody has one there for $2,000, and then another one in a box for $7,500.
Ouch.
So I think it might be time. If you're interested in buying a G2 oversized Bruticus, please PayPal me directly. Friends and family. I guarantee you I can beat that price.
Bedford Crenshaw says he's thinking about going to TF Expo. So
Oh yeah.
Oh, you should. Lucas, can we announce our first special guest at TF Expo?
Are you trying to refer to yourself, Christian?
Yes, special guest TF Expo, Christian Russell. I'll be there.
I've never heard of this guy before.
He's an up and comer.
Are you going to make a special graphic for it?
You know it.
Whatever.
That's 100. If you think that's not happening, you are mistaken, sir. I guess I'll make one tonight or tomorrow, and we'll go ahead and announce.
There you go.
Do it.
Christian Russell, presented by Christian Russell.
Yeah.
Also
Where's that
seen
from?
on
TFYLP?
TFYLP.
No, just Christian. Not even TFYLP. It'll just be my face.
Yeah. But presented by.
But you got to do with like the
Directed
G2
by-
font. All right, everything's G2 tonight.
Sure.
So make sure
I'll
you do
get you
everything.
some stickers printed up with the Microcasters logo on it that you can sign for autographs.
Yeah.
there you go, buddy. So,
Randall Werby, Christian who?
Oh,
$70 per autograph, by the way.
Nightwing says, "Who is that loser?"
Ouch. Ouch. Clearly, you guys don't get the reference, but that's okay. It was fun. We understood.
yeah, I enjoyed it, Christian.
Thank you. Yes, TF Expo is in Kansas City, July 26th and 27th. And everyone should definitely go.
Yeah, and Dan Gilbazane. So if you want a chance to meet Dan, he is their first announced guest, or our first announced guest, I guess I should say.
I'm number 2. Don't worry about it.
And you're number 2 there. So there you go.
Who does number 2 work for?
Lord, it's getting deep.
That's what she said.
Wow. One thing that I thought was really interesting about the show that I did find out is that when they announced that the show in October, that was the first time that anybody knew about it. Like I was talking to some of the retailers and some of the representatives for third party, and they found out about it the exact same time we did, which is somewhat of a surprise to me.
Is that the Toronto? Is that the Canada show?
No, in Chicago, when they announced the one that's happening right now, that's when everyone found out about it.
I got you.
Yeah, everybody kind of crapped a brick whenever they announced it this early.
Yeah, that's why a lot of us on RFC couldn't go. Is it was too close to they just came back and there wasn't enough time to build up funds and everything.
Yeah, and I definitely, you can see that just because there's not as many prototypes on the floor. There definitely were some, and MMC had a few, as well, but they couldn't get a figure out, to make an exclusive, and they really wanted to, but they said they didn't want to be poor quality, just to try to push it out, just to get an exclusive. That they'd rather, make sure that it's a good figure. And so that's why they did the little penguins that they did for the show.
Interesting. Yeah. Awesome. Well, you've been posting some great pictures on the TFTalk.net Facebook page and the website. Keep them coming. Look forward to more.
Yeah, hopefully tomorrow. I know a lot of times after they do the third-party panel, they start putting out more prototypes. I think usually Chosen Prime does. So I'm hoping that they'll do that either tonight or tomorrow.
Absolutely. So is there anything else that you're after that you haven't picked up yet that you're eyeballing?
Oh man, no, I'm done myself.
We all say that.
I think
we all say that. I know I said I'm done on Saturday, and then on Sunday I'm like, where's
the ATM?
What
kind
of
Deuteronomics can I work out?
It always happens that way.
Yeah, I'll be talking to Christian and try to see if I can sell him some stuff so I can buy some more stuff.
I'm sure it'll be a fun time.
Hey, I got some money for you for that Starscream.
So, is there any Magic Square Legend scale figures that's there that you might be interested in, or?
They didn't have any prototypes. They had a lot of Iron Factory stuff.
Well, I mean,
which I think
that's for sale on the floor right now.
Oh, I already have all the Magic Square drawn.
You have them all.
I pretty much have everything that they've put out to date. So,
well, I was telling Christian before we went on air and everything. I actually ordered the transporter a couple days ago. So, but I've got to wait for the retailer to actually get back from TFCon to ship. I'm sure. But yeah, some great stuff going on there.
Yeah, no, they're good, and I tell you, we the New Age that they showed pictures of their Jazz coming out too. That looks like a really good figure as well.
Yeah, the Prowl is New Age the one that did Harry?
Yep.
Yep. If it looks anything that, if it looks that good, then it's bound to be awesome.
Yeah, the only trouble is with all these legends is the scale's kind of all over the place. So that's, what can you do?
Buy more.
Right, exactly.
It's always the answer.
Absolutely. Well,
I don't know. Is there anything else that you guys have questions about in the show?
Where do babies come from?
Yeah. I don't know.
Show me.
He's still trying to figure that out.
My wife won't tell me, and yet we have 2 kids.
Keeps finding them under a Cabbage Patch leaf. So, Don, you have any questions for Lucas before you head?
No, just thank Lucas for picking up that Optimus for me, and hope you have a good show. And do my advice, usually what I do on Sundays when I'm in a show, that's when you start checking all the cubby holes and the corners and the and the crevices and the boxes under the table, because that's when you find your stuff that you don't. Because looking at the table's fine, but Sunday early morning is a good time to start checking all these little nooks and crannies, because you'll find some treasures you missed the first time around.
Could be fun.
It's definitely true.
I'll tell you what, if you do see a carded GoBot Tux, let me know.
Okay. I did see some GoBots. So
Lucas, did you see any of these available?
Oh, I'll have to look. There actually was a there was a pretty good booth for that. So I'll go look and see if
I
can
am
find
going to
another one for
eBay
Don.
your ass, Rick. And
Lucas, if you can get that Supreme Class Tudor really cheap, send it with his Delta Prime thing.
I'll cover shipping for you.
I do not want that thing's box touching my Delta Prime. I don't want it to catch whatever crap.
Put it open it up and put it inside the box with the Supreme Class.
I hate you, Duran. I hate flames coming out of my ears.
It's gonna be a fun time.
So
coming out of somewhere else, Don.
Instead of the Delta Manus, is that what you're saying?
No, that's not what he's saying at all.
So, Don.
Oh,
Thank you, Lucas, for joining us. You have a good evening. Have a good Lucas.
All right, so Don, between Cheetor and this guy.
Oh God, it keeps getting worse. My eyes, stab them out.
At least Night Scream actually doesn't completely suck. He can stand on his own.
He is 25 times larger than the way he is supposed to be scaled, but sure.
Yeah, Cheetor can't even stand on his own.
He's animation accurate.
Well, it's Beast Machines. It's wrong. Of course it's animation accurate.
I guess they thought Night Scream was going to be the next big thing, so instead of making a deluxe, hey, let's just make him a Voyager.
It's like what they did for Galvatron and Generations. Like, we have too many tanks, make him smaller. We have too many bats, make him bigger. You have one bat. And doesn't even count because it's not even part of the same line.
Lucas, aren't you glad you joined us tonight?
Oh, absolutely. So yeah. So any other beast machines that you're looking for, Don? I'll see if I can track them down.
Silverbolt. He wants a deluxe Silverbolt.
I will track you down.
There is a really cool KO Night Scream that's deluxe scale. Don might appreciate that.
Or a Cyber
Cut down his diabetes.
And a Supreme Class Cheater. Okay, got it. I got the list.
As many Supreme Class Cheetors as you can find. Send him a whole pack of them. What do they call them? Pack? Herd? Pride? Whatever.
I believe the word you're looking for is pallet. Send him a whole pallet.
I think most importantly, though, have we already talked about Christian and his bots?
Yeah, we did.
There you go. The bakery.
Dude, they got here today.
That is fantastic.
This is Splatter Batter. He's the stand mixer.
Wait, I'm sorry. What's his name?
His name is Splatter Batter.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
It sounds like a bad porn name.
He's a stand mixer.
Stand by me.
Yeah,
Stand by me.
Christian managed to convince me to buy some more of those things. So
I just bought one of those sets from him.
Yep, it's great.
So
everything's amazing. Bots are the best.
Everything is awesome. Lucas,
I think I might sell my entire other collection and just collect bots.
I know you are super tired and everything, and I'm sure you want to get some rest for tomorrow. We really look forward to more pictures and some video and everything tomorrow from you. So
yep.
You
all right, guys.
Safe trip.
Send nudes.
All right, more Supreme Class Cheaters. Got it.
Definitely.
Right.
And tweet them to @HM4 on Twitter. I can't even say his Twitter name right now.
Okay, got it.
All right, Lucas. Thanks for joining us.
Bye, Lucas.
Later.
All right. So now, I never did do my Ouchma wallet, so I'm going to do it real quick. Rick, do you have some questions lined up for the?
I am ready to go.
All right. We'll do that momentarily. But some of the things that made my wallet say ouch. First, I got this guy, which is the Combat Megatron Redeco for Siege Megatron.
I wish I knew you needed one. I would have sold you mine.
Well, I got it. And, you know, I mean, I really don't know why I ordered it. I just sat there and I'm like...
G2.
Yeah, but... I mean, it's like I already had the mold, and he looks cool. It does look like he does have a different head. Am I right on that?
He does.
He does. So at least it's different in that aspect. I'll probably keep him in the box. I mean, just to have it.
I like it. I like him so much, Duron. It made me realize how much I didn't need my regular one, and it's up on eBay right now because I don't need two of that mold, and I have the better version.
I would do that. I'd be right there with you, Don. But mine was a Christmas gift, so I'm not going to sell it. So he's still right here, Jim. Don't worry about it. He's right here. Not going anywhere. Not gonna do it. Not gonna do it. Wouldn't be prudent. All right. Then I also got these guys, which are the rescue squad from I actually picked them up from the Zone Comics here in Louisville. Yeah, I hadn't even seen them at retail yet, and that's the first place they actually had 2 sets there, but they didn't have the Micromaster or the cassette assortment yet, which made me sad because I also found this guy at my local Walmart, of all places, actually got this wave in. No pun intended. The sound wave in. See, sound wave. I love his robot mode. Absolutely awesome. And I actually made fairly passable tape deck out of him. But his alt mode, not feeling it. Kind of dumb. So, but I do like the feature there. You know, they did pretty good at that. And I even made a passable light post mode out of him. So, and then the other thing that I picked up was this guy,
Starscream.
the Siege Starscream, and I have to say, I will buy every iteration of this mold if I can, because
Of course you will.
I absolutely love this mold. It's fun to transform. It's so well detailed. It's a good toy. I like it. I really like it. It's not perfect.
You're what we call a mark.
Yes, I am a mark. Yeah. The only thing I don't like is the faux chest that is very
That's
visible.
where his matrix goes.
Yeah. Well, the faux chest it's very visible in vehicle mode.
Do you even transform? Do you lift, bro? It's Matrix.
Yeah. It's a really good toy, and I'm glad I got it.
It's a Colonial Viper.
Soundwave, as much as I love his robot mode, I'm half tempted to sell it just because of his crappy alt mode. It's like it's Soundwave or half a Soundwave. It's like
Yeah, but did you ever think we'd actually get a Soundwave that transforms into that stupid streetlight from a 2-second scene from the first episode of a show that aired 35 years ago?
But that's even just a fan mode. His official alt mode is, I don't even know what it is. Is it a gun? Is it like a weapon? Is it a spaceship?
It's an upside-down submarine.
It's a submarine, duh.
Yeah.
It's an upside-down submarine, but in space, there's no up or down. So
nowhere to hear you scream. Well, I know we spent a long time on our Ouch My Wallet, but we also did some TFCon reveals and had some updates from the TFCon show from Lucas. So we will move on to our main segment, even though it's actually going to be much shorter than originally anticipated. If you've been around for a while, at least for the last year, we started doing last year a little thing we called Luck of the Draw. And Rick puts random questions into a generator and spits them out and asks each one of us, and we give them our knee-jerk response. And this is Transformer related or third-party related, either or. And just see where it goes. It's fun. It sometimes makes you think about what.
Well, this thing is called Luck of the Draw?
I don't think we've ever called it that.
Yes, we have.
Well, shouldn't it be called Lucky Draw?
Ha! I see what you said.
Especially with tomorrow being St. Patty's Day.
Lucky Draw.
Yeah.
And he's green. So he won't get pinched tomorrow.
Lucky Draws is what I put on whenever I want to go somewhere special.
Okay.
Yeah, they're clean.
Well, then let's get Lucky Draw started, Rick.
All right. Let me activate this thing.
Who's going to go first? Let's do Christian.
Wonder Rick Powers, activate.
All right, here we go. Gun to your head, which character do you get tattooed on your body?
Jazz.
That was a quick answer.
You said knee jerk. I jerked. I'm ready.
Gun to your head. Don, you got to get a Transformer tattoo. Who's it going to be?
Supreme Cheetor.
Autobot symbol.
That's not a character. That's a symbol.
Oh, it has to be a character?
Yes, if you actually paid attention to the question instead of chugging down your diabetes, yeah.
That's Coke Zero. Thank you very much. Come back to me.
No, this is the
That's not the point.
Durin's Day.
I'm already contemplating a Weird Wolf tattoo.
Weird Wolf.
There's actually a tattoo artist in the area here, Adam Hicks. I'm going to give him a shout out. If you live in the Louisville or Jeffersonville, Indiana area, the dude does phenomenal Transformers tattoos.
Excellent.
All right, I got one. I got mine.
RC.
No. Trailbreaker.
What? No
Okay.
RC?
With magic hands?
No. Trailbreaker, he's like me. He's big, he's lovable, he's fat, he has self-conscious issues, but everybody likes him. So that's me. I'm
And
kind
you
of
use your ability to shut off to the outside world as a barricade or a force field to protect yourself from these
That's
things.
how
that
called
humans
working retail.
called emotions.
That's called
Trailbreaker's deep.
retail. So no, I would do Trailbreaker, and I would specifically take the more than meets the eye, the original Marvel guidebook look.
Wow. All right, man. Yeah. I'm going to say Hot Rod.
Nightwing says Hot Rod. So
Yeah. All right. Liam Neeson has been cast as a Transformer. Who is he playing?
Vector Prime.
Impactor. DevCon. Interesting. I
he
say
will find
Impactor, you say DevCon.
He will find you. He will. Yeah,
That's right. That's why I said Impactor.
Yeah.
I don't know where the DJD is, but I will find them.
I'm going to say Scourge.
Which Scourge?
G1. Yeah.
I guess, but then he'd need someone equally as powerful to play off of.
DeVito.
DeVito as Cyclonus? Is that what? Did
Yep.
you just say that to me?
What?
Yep, I did. DeVito Cyclonus.
No way.
No,
I'm messing.
I just saw Mars Attacks last night, and I forgot Danny DeVito was in it, and I can't get behind that. I'm sorry.
Okay, all right.
And I
Inside
love
homage. Liam Neeson as Scourge. Ewan McGregor as Cyclonus.
Ooh.
Actually, you know what? Ewan McGregor is Springer. That'd be a good one.
Well, he does have the high ground.
He does always.
Okay, let's continue this. Who would be RC?
Haley Steinfeld.
Oh, you answered this. You said Gal Gadot, Don. We did this like
but I would also like to add Tara Strong as well, because she does so many wonderful voices.
I would go with Ming-Na Wen, who plays.
I think I know who you're talking. She
played Mulan. She played.
She's on Agents of Shield. She's Agent on Agents of Shield.
Yeah,
that's a good casting.
Yeah. Only the best.
I can see her as kind of like was Windblade too. That voice come out of very soft spoken, but very firm and authoritative when need to be.
This next question is going to cause some controversy.
Oh,
love controversy.
Shia LaBeouf wants to do another Transformers film. Do you let him?
Heck yeah.
Yeah. I would.
Yeah.
I would. Yeah.
Okay. I say that ship has sailed, and we have Bumblebee, and we're moving in the direction of the Bumblebee movie. I mean, bringing back Shia would kind of go back to that pre-Bumblebee phase, though.
Hey, no sacrifice, no victory.
Hey, you didn't say live action movie. He could come back as a voice for Siege.
Nightwing says no.
All right, here we go. MacGuffins are items which help drive a story or develop a character. Between these two specific MacGuffins, the Matrix of Leadership and Armada Minicons, which is the most beneficial for driving future TF stories and product lines?
Minicons.
The Matrix, hands down.
Probably
for
the
story
Matrix.
and product lines?
For product lines, dude, Minicons every day, all day.
Well, I'm going to go with Matrix just because I'm sick of minicons.
How are you sick of Minicons?
I'm
We've
not
had
sick-
Minicons in 20
I'm
years.
sick of minicons. If they never do another minicon at all, I'll be happy.
You know, did the Matrix do anything for you in Power of the Primes? Did
We
it really
already had
add
that as a line gimmick, and it didn't do anything.
Right. Did it?
Well,
did
I
it
mean,
do
you could
anything?
use a Matrix.
It needs to be
like
well
a mini-
well done. I mean, you have to have
So
some,
not the whole Power of the Primes we just went through.
no. I mean, because
I
it
thought the
wasn't
leader
well done.
integration of them was fine, I guess.
No. I'm sorry.
Yeah, minicons.
I'm just so done with minicons. Anything would be preferable to more minicons.
Dude, we haven't had a Minicon in 6 years.
Christian, I'm still upset over having to live through Power of the Force. That was bad
that's
enough.
a Star Wars line. I'm sorry.
That was 20 years ago.
Okay. You can be bitter, I guess.
Well,
I can be very bitter.
He's old.
All right. Rick, what's up next?
Who is the most hated character and why?
Hated character
Christian.
in live action or cartoons?
I was just saying Christian in general, but
Oof. That was not nice. I'm a special guest, don't you know?
The question is vague. So, who is the most hated character? Who is your most hated character? Who do you think is the most hated character?
I'm gonna go with two. I'm gonna go with two. Animated would be Wheelie, and live action would be Shia LaBeouf.
Anode over both of those. Sorry.
Animated Wheelie?
No. In the animated universe, it'd be Wheelie.
Oh,
In the live action universe, it'd be Shia LaBeouf's character of Sam.
Nah, Anode. Anode way more than either of those.
I don't know who that is.
She's in the More Than Meets the Eye books.
Oh.
I'm feeling you, Christian, on that one. Duran.
I think it's a tie. The Armada Kids.
Carlos.
Hated that show simply for those kids.
Wait a minute.
What were their
names?
Rad was not bad, and Alexis wasn't bad.
They were horrible.
They weren't.
Can I change my answer to Miko then? Because Miko is the
don't
worst.
you dare say that.
God.
Don't you
Can't
dare say
stand
that.
That is
I
hitting.
loved Miko.
What? Are you
That's my
all
show,
high
man.
all the time? God bless America, Miko's the worst.
My eyes might be bloodshot, but it's because I've been up for 16 hours.
Miko, Anode. Tough choice.
Okay. This is a question that's been asked before. Should I skip it or should I ask it?
Skip it. Let's go fresh.
Okay.
Well, what was it? And then go ahead.
Name a drink served at McAdam's Old Oil Pub.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And I wrote the Blurry Finish because Blur is the owner of McAdam's. And he runs fast, so I wrote the Blurry Finish.
I got nothing.
Sounds like your love life. Oh.
Whew. Should Nemesis Prime be a separate character from Optimus? As in, Optimus doesn't turn evil, there's just an evil version of him running around. And there is a follow-up question. Can Nemesis Prime exist without being a repaint of Optimus?
Yes and yes.
Yeah, I'd say yes to both.
Okay. Well, I mean, we kind of saw that in, the Rid.
Scourge.
Well, yeah. In the original RID.
But also, Optimus could turn evil, and it could be a repaint of Optimus. Okay.
Or he could be a clone and decide, I don't look like that guy. I'm getting a new body. He gets himself a new body to not look like Optimus.
Okay.
Night Sword, I said IDW already did it.
I think if the last night wasn't so garbage, that concept is okay. Optimus is the ultimate hero, and then suddenly he's the ultimate villain.
Yeah,
I like that idea.
It's like the chair to the back, Yeah. To the fans, It's like just whenever you think you're safe.
Only one can be made into an official masterpiece. The rest will never be. Rhinox, Waspinator, Beast Machines, Optimus Primal.
Okay, do what now, Rick?
Only one of these can exist as a masterpiece.
Waspinator.
Yeah.
Waspinator, Rhinox, or Beast Machines Optimus Primal. I mean, for me, it's a tough choice between Rhinox and Waspinator.
Yeah, I'd say Rhinox.
I'd say Waspinator because you still have a passable Rhinox with that generation's white Rhinox. That could work as a stand-in.
If we had to do it.
Yeah.
And that's why I say Optimus Primal from Beast Machines, because we have a passable Rhinox. We have a pretty good Waspinator from Generations. But do we really have anything representing Beast Machines in today's day?
Do we need anything to represent Beast Machines?
We need a masterpiece Beast Machines Cheetor.
We need a Generations Nightwing in scale.
Could you imagine a Supreme class masterpiece Beast Machines Cheetor?
How would it stand?
Huh?
Why don't you just go outside and start chanting for Cthulhu if you're going to do that? I mean, it's the same thing.
Spaghetti monster here.
All right. G.I. Joe are finally crossing over. G.I. Joe and Transformers are finally crossing over in product. Do they make Joe vehicles which transform into Joe characters, a la Star Wars, or do they make Joe vehicles that transform into TF characters? Follow up: do they have to fit 3 3/4-inch Joe figures?
You've asked this one before. I think I'll let Christian go first.
I think it's got to be Joe vehicles into Transformers characters. I don't think they'll repeat Star Wars Transformers because that was a mistake. Well,
that wasn't their intention originally.
I know.
Originally, they wanted to make them Transformers characters, but if they did that, Lucas would then own those characters.
Well, there you go. So no, they don't have to fit Joe characters. They could make little tiny minifigures, or they could make, 1 or 2 really big ones that did. I'm in part. I don't care for Joe either way, so I'd be out.
See, if they don't fit the Joe figures, then they're just regular Transformers, and you can make a jet out of anything. You can make a Vamp or a Hiss Tank out of a Transformer. I think the key is there has to be some kind of interaction between a Joe figure and a Transformer. I don't know if it's enough to make it just a Transformer that turns into, say, a Rattler or a Hiss Tank or a Vamp.
I don't care.
See, I'm a big Joe guy, so
no, Joe wasn't a thing when I was a kid, so
it's still not. It's still not a thing.
Unfortunately. Next question.
All right, Gilbert Gottfried has been cast as a Transformer. Who does he play?
Wheelie.
Rekdar.
Wheelie.
Wheelie Rekdar. Very different from the answers that I wrote. I wrote Reflector or Acid Storm.
Anode.
Wheelie.
You know what? I will get flack on this one. I will get flack on this one. Hooligan.
Oh.
G2 Hooligan. Because he's a practical joker.
But does anyone actually care about Hooligan?
Well, he's a G2 Cyberjet. Everybody
like the
cares
toy.
about Cyberjets. If you knew anything about Transformers, Rick, you would know this.
Randall Werebean says Swindle.
I could see that, although I kind of see in my head Pee Wee Herman playing Swindle.
Ninth Sword says Liege Maximo.
Liege Maximo. Oh, what?
God.
What?
That would be a voice that does not fit. I mean, it's like you see this gigantic brooding character. What are you doing here?
Sir Paladin says Waspinator.
Oh, God,
yeah, maybe. Yeah, okay. But then at the same time, I think, should he be a Watchmeter or is he more of a Skybite?
I thought Skybite, but no, Skybite has to be smooth.
Yeah. Skybite has to be Peter Spellos. He's got it. There's no substitutions on that one.
Really?
Look,
Skybite
just a random question popped up. Skybite has been recast. It can't be Peter Spellos. Who is it? Dom, to you.
Let me get through my Rolodex and name. I got to think for a second.
I'd have to go with Richard Dreyfuss. Jaws,
Nope. Ken Watanabe. He can stop playing Drift. He'll play Skybite now.
Ken Watanabe.
Patrick
All right, that's
Stewart.
a good one. Patrick Stewart as Skybite. I could see Patrick Stewart can pretty much play any character, and it'll work.
But Patrick Stewart, I think he's got the pedigree, as it were.
He was the best part of that Emoji movie. Now, as a parent, I've seen the Emoji movie several hundred times.
Wow.
And Patrick Stewart is definitely the only good thing to come from that.
Carrie says Kelsey Grammer.
That's
Yeah.
definitely.
I
Don,
got.
we're waiting
I've
on
got
you.
one. I've got one that you probably weren't expecting. Bruce Boxleitner.
Dude, isn't he dead?
No, that's like totally pulled out.
Oh, Tron, yeah.
No, Sheridan on Babylon 5. But
Yeah.
he has that kind of voice I can kind of picture coming out of Skybite.
Okay.
Interesting.
Chris is like, no, Don's just no. All of Don's answers are wrong.
I mean, all I know him for is Tron. Okay, fine. I can't hear his voice, so.
All right, here we go. In the early 2000s, the idea was floated around internally at Hasbro of a television series featuring only one Transformer. This character could have been a named character from existing lore, or based off several Autobot archetypes. A good guy, not a bad guy. Eventually, this concept rolled into what became Transformers Animated. What are your thoughts on going back to this concept? So I look at that question as kind of like how Power Rangers has gone down to 3 Rangers instead of 5. So some more background while you guys are thinking about it. There was an idea, I think it came from maybe Cartoon Network, that the Transformers show would just be one Transformer, and it would fight a bunch of human villains, and that's where a lot of the human villains from animated came from that initial concept. And then that Transformer, he'd be the only one in the show. And the reason that show Hasbro couldn't do that show is because it doesn't activate anything for them toy wise. How can you have a whole show based off one character?
And a bunch of human villains.
I mean, they just had a movie about that, so I guess it worked.
But no, they had a ton of other Transformers in that movie.
Did they?
They did.
Oh, okay. I think you could go. I think that would be good. And I want to go out and I'm gonna give something real quick. It's a little cliche, but Beast Wars Black Arachnia, that character type, finds herself being the sole guardian of a human city. So she has to learn to work with humans and be the protector. Otherwise, the Decepticons are going to basically destroy the whole city. She's the only one to protect it. So you've got an anti-hero kind of forced into the role of being a hero.
So you got an asshole fighting other assholes.
Well, you're surrounded by assholes.
Does it have to be
How is that
humans?
going to make any money at the
Keep
toy
fighting,
store?
assholes.
Yeah,
I'm just saying if they wanted something, say, a web series that was just more character driven, and
Black Arachnia, a web series. Got it. I see where you're going.
Thank you. But just something that was a more like a character piece, a not really to drive merchandise per se, but just to test the waters for maybe that concept done differently, like a movie, like a Bumblebee movie, or I'm just saying. But take the character you wouldn't expect to be a hero, like her, forced into the role of a hero. There's story potential there. It just needs to be tweaked correctly.
Okay.
And then you could have someone say, "Hey, look, it's the Incredible Spider-Woman." Don't call me that. Okay.
Conjex Endura. Christian, I'll go to you first. When two Cybertronians fall in love. Now, keep in mind, Transformers don't necessarily have genders per se. Some recent examples from the lore include Chrome Dome falling in love with Eject, Cyclonus, and his relationship with Tailgate, as well as Knockout and Breakdown. Your thoughts?
Well, first, it's Chrome Dome and Rewind, not Chrome Dome and Eject. I love it.
Yes. Thank you for the correction.
Yeah, no problems, except Lug and Ando, but not because they're together, just because they're horrible garbage characters.
Cyclonus and Tailgate. And eventually there's a threesome there with Worrell at the very end, but...
That Coastal Tailgate was
Random.
very unlikely to me, but they ended up working out, and I really like that. I like the
you're an
tension
older
between
gentleman.
Magnus and Megatron.
You're an older gentleman, Dom. Don't pretend like you didn't hear the question.
What? What was that? What was that? Actually, I don't care. I have no connection to those characters in that universe.
Well, those are just examples.
But I got no problem.
Examples.
Yeah, if it's
so,
if
it could be a situation where like Optimus and Bumblebee are in a relationship, or Starscream and Megatron are a couple.
As long as it actually fiction.
As long as it actually adds something to the story other than just to be there for shock value or drama. It has to actually be there and add something to the story.
And like that's the thing.
And Blast Off were not.
That's the thing. That's what they nailed. It wasn't about let's shock people.
Yeah, it just was.
It was about how can we humanize characters.
Yeah.
Duran, your thoughts?
Rewind, excellent. Blast Off, Onslaught, horrible.
I have no problem with the interaction aspect of it. I just don't see the place of it in Transformers because they're robots. You know, I understand.
So it opens up the wider question, though. Like, I mean, I think the first time we really saw something definitive like this was in Beast Wars between Silverbolt and Black Arachnia.
And I even thought
they showed them kissing. So, you know, does romantic storytelling have a place then in Transformers?
I can see a place for it. I just think it's weird with robots. There's other forms of love without showing, you know, physical love like kissing and stuff like that. They can be, you know, like really, really close friends, you know, so much that they love each other. I mean, I'm sure we each have at least one friend that, you know, that whether they're a girlfriend, boyfriend.
You've seen their penis. I mean, sorry, what were you saying?
No, that's not what I mean. But I mean, you know, it's like we love them like a brother or even closer, but we're not romantically involved with them. You know.
Wouldn't it just be great if guys can just marry other guys and not have to deal with the BS of women?
Good night, everybody. It happens anyway. Here's
the thing. The story doesn't bother me. The physicality of it is odd.
It's weird.
But that didn't really exist in the comic books. It was. I think there were maybe 2 instances where there was a kiss shown. But it's really not about the physicality. It's about the relationship and using him, her, when you're talking about autonomous robotic life forms.
I'm right there
that
with
don't
you, Rick.
reproduce sexually.
I just the physical aspect of it is just weird in a robot context, regardless of the sentient robot. And I think it's trying to apply too much human aspect or human feeling into the robot. But as far as the interaction, I have no problem whether it be male, female, male, gender robots. You know, it doesn't matter. I think the interaction is fine. It's just the physicality of it is just not necessary in a robot context, if that makes any sense whatsoever.
I like Don's answer the best. All right, here we go. In Alternators, Megatron was to be a Cadillac CTS, designed and shown in the Erector Righteously Huge video. Thank you. Which character would you have repainted Alternators Megatron as?
Tux.
An Escalade.
Tux.
No, Cadillac CTS.
All right.
Tux.
That's a GoBot.
Don't care. Tux.
That's a GoBot.
Or something that would be an something. Stretch. I think that's the name of a character that's an evil limousine in the current continuity or something, isn't it?
I think he's an animated.
Who do you repaint Alternator's Megatron as?
Soundwave.
Yeah, Alternators had some very weird repaints. I was going to go with either Ravage or Swerve. If you know anything about Alternators.
Yeah.
But we already had a Swerve and we already had a Ravage. And I was actually going to say Blue Streak, but we already had a Blue Streak.
Yeah.
You could repaint him as Mirage, because Mirage was his high class society.
We already had him.
Mirage and Alternators.
Yeah.
But we had 2 Ravages and Alternator, so.
Well, the second Mirage is just a Mirage. It's not really there.
And the reason I say Soundwave is because we had a couple of his minions already.
Yeah. Yeah, Soundwave. That's pretty logical. That's pretty good. Okay. Let's see.
Do a couple more of these, and then we'll need to wrap.
Morgan Freeman has been cast as a Transformer. Who is he playing?
Primus.
Alpha Trion.
Primus.
I wrote down Alpha Trion.
You read my mind there, Christian. I'm like Primus.
Primus is a good choice too. That's a good choice. But it seems he always plays God, though.
Because he has that voice.
Yeah.
This typecasting,
he's got that gravitas to him.
Or, I'll step outside of that. Vector Prime, if they ever brought him back.
Nemesis Prime.
That's a good one too.
Nemesis Prime.
I like the idea. Yeah, I like the idea of Morgan Freeman being evil.
See, Hasbro needs to have us in a think
That's
tank.
the worst thing. We do not want Morgan Freeman to be evil. He will rule the world, and we will love him for it.
See, Hasbro needs to have us in a think tank.
I think the problem was that Hasbro had me in the think tank.
These casting questions are fun.
We have another one. William Shatner has been cast. I wrote down Vector Prime. Time and space.
I'm saying no, he hasn't been cast.
So I would say, you've got to go back in time.
Okay. I want to say this. I'm just saying this based on what I've heard of the last couple of years. Whirl. I could see Whirl with that kind of bombastic kind of. Yeah. That's
William
what
Shatner cast as a live-action Transformer. Prowl. T.J. Hooker.
Okay, I got one. I don't know who T.J. Hooker is. Sorry, guys.
Google it.
Okay. Pyro. As in, Last Stand on the Wreckers Pyro. He's trying to emulate Optimus, but he, gets the voice wrong.
Marcus Grace as Skylinks.
Oh, he's got the ego.
Skylinks.
That would be.
That's not bad. That's a good
Skylinks. Nice. Marcus Gray. Nice.
Oh, okay. How about this? William Shatner as the Lynx part of Skylinks. Gilbert Godfrey as the.
All right. Thanks, Don.
God, Don. No.
Okay. I think this one's been asked before. Someone offers to buy your entire collection for $10,000 cash, regardless of its actual value. The caveat is you can no longer collect Transformers.
I would laugh their ass out of my face so fast it would not even be funny. Get your
You
sorry
would laugh
ass
their ass out of your face.
What?
Let's
Why
have
is
this
their
down.
ass?
Get your cheap ass out of my apartment and get out on and hit the bricks.
So $10,000 cash. When you have that at once, it's a lot of money to a lot of people.
Bye-bye.
Nah.
Bye-bye.
As much as I love Transformers, I would find it hard to quit cold turkey and not collect another Transformer ever. Although, if I had to sit here and guesstimate, I would guesstimate my entire collection is worth around $10,000. So, I would be getting at least my money's worth.
but not being able to buy anything ever again.
That would be my
No.
deal breaker right there.
Yeah, but how many times have you talked about just quitting, selling everything off?
But what if
whenever
they
I
do
say
that
sell
one
everything
figure
off,
that
I
he's
don't mean
always-
sell everything off. There's always going to be some that I keep. I'm never going to sell everything off.
Let's hear from the young Padawan.
Oh, I said no.
Okay.
I probably
Which
could have a number. It's not that low.
I mean, we all have our price. We all have a price. Which G1 figure should receive the next encore?
That we
Wheeljack.
this has to be the last one.
Okay. There's no, the mold doesn't exist, so we'd have to make a new mold.
Which they could do.
We could do that, yeah. I mean, that the mold was repaired for Soundwave, and there was a new mold for Hound. So G1 Wheeljack reissue could be very cool.
I dreamt about buying it on a shelf.
I am going to say one, and the reason I say it is because it has a special significance about it. Sunstreaker.
Same reason, I think. Right, Rick?
Yeah, that mold was lost in France.
But it has special significance because technically it was the first Transformer ever designed. So
Okay.
I think it would be important to bring that toy.
Very, very good answer. Very good answer.
Good answer.
Dom.
I guess. See, there's one I would like to see on the shelves, but it's more of a personal favorite than it is like a historically significant. But I would like to see Point Blank, the Target Master, because that was a really good figure.
It was a good figure.
Rick, what's yours?
I'm going to go with one of my favorite figures that I had back when I was a little girl. I'm going to go with Blur. Specifically Target Master Blur.
A good choice.
Yeah.
Yes.
That one has emotion. It has the feels. It's got the feels.
I always love these luck of the draw shows. They're always fun, you know.
They're officially Lucky Draw now, Duran.
No. Okay, we'll rebrand them.
Lucky draws.
Hasbro bought them and rebranded them. So, just like they do everything else. But if you love what we do here on TFYLP, go up there at the top of the screen. There's a link that you can type in and follow at patreon.com/TFYLP. It helps us keep continuing each and every month. And this month I actually had to upgrade this. So yeah, the wireless router that I had, even though this is supposedly a gigabit router, I recently upgraded to gigabit internet, and was not. This router would not handle those speeds, so I actually had to get a new router, and it is up and running right now. So.
Well, we have some sad news to report.
We
actually talked about that at the top
Larry.
of the show.
Oh, you did? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
Paladin tweeted it out, and then I picked it up off of his tweet, and we talked about that at the start of
My
the show.
condolences. Okay.
Absolutely.
I missed the first part of the show, so it doesn't technically exist.
Also, check out our sponsor, CapturePrey.com. Great toys, great prices, great service. And then you can also go over to Ripped Apparel and use the promo code TFYLPPOD and save 10% or more on your order. That is if they aren't already running a better promotion, and then you'll get that one instead. But TFYLP Pod at rippedapparel.com. Want to thank everybody who has been very active in the chats here on YouTube and Facebook. Some great comments on both sides. Hope you guys enjoyed this show. And if you do enjoy this show, please tell other people about it. Subscribe and rate us. wherever you consume this show, whether it be here on YouTube, on Facebook, or even download the audio version wherever you get it from, whether it be from the website, iTunes, Google Play, Stitcher. We're all over the place. So please let everybody know, and please subscribe. And don't forget that if you do become a Patreon, if you go up there and follow our Patreon, you get the benefit of at least 2 extra shows a month that is called TFYLP After Hours, or a lot more after hours. We sit around in under loungy clothes. We drink alcohol. Well, Rick drinks out.
I think we should call it TFLIP After Dark.
Yes. But
besides, none of y'all want to see me drunk, so there's that.
Don, you've never been drunk.
Well, hard to get drunk off. The strongest thing I've ever drank is Barlow and James wine coolers.
Anyway, you get the added benefit of TFYLP After Hours. We try to get at least 2 episodes out a month, but we may get more. And they will drop on Wednesdays, sometime Wednesday afternoon. And you get that added benefit if you become a Patreon sponsor of TFYLP. Not just knowing that you're helping us continue each and every month. You also get the added extra shows too. Also, check out TFYLP Microcasters, which airs live on our Facebook page only. TFYLP's, TFTalk.net's Facebook page, live at 10 p.m. Eastern, 9 p.m. Central. And then a day or so later, you can download the full video via the website, TFTalk.net, or you can subscribe to it on iTunes and watch it on the go and don't have to worry about streaming it or anything. But
Microcast is at 10:30 this Tuesday.
And let us know where you're going when you're listening to the iPad, to the show.
Yes. Yeah, Christian down here, he's pretty much a regular on the show there. It's hosted by our own Lucas Bockelman, as you saw earlier. He does the microcasters, and here in another week or so, I'm going to be taking a day off, so Lucas will be hosting then. I'm not sure if it'll be next week, but it'll be probably the week after that.
Microcasters take over.
No. But yes, check out TFYLP Microcasters Tuesday nights at 10 p.m. Eastern. Well, this Tuesday it'll be 10:30 p.m. Eastern.
We should just rebrand that show NXT.
Yes. Yeah, and have Triple H as a special guest. That would be awesome.
That'll be something.
Definitely. All right, guys. We'll see you next time on TFYLP. Good night, everybody.
Take care, everybody.